Building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2-1 loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey! Save. Watch 22, jet cover. 22, jet cover. Under crunch.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. Escaping. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check. Watch 54.
Out of the gun, Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ready? Blue way. Check. Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Winston. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Great.
54.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton, he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Gun. Watch that.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, let's get 8.
From the 50, Newton. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carlton Davis speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gun. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Here's Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone in.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vita Vea able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
3 bucks. Right there, 54, right there.
Now it's Newton. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bucs' 27-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
20. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step up. Mike 54.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Flush to his right. And he will score! Touchdown, Panthers! Cam Newton. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Jameis now 7 of 10 here in this first half. And he's got a 1st and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Gun. 54.
On first down, Newton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On first down, it's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he slides to avoid the hit. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Great.
Operating from the gun, Newton, and that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half here. Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Peyton Barber was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Winston now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Working out of the gun, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, you know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. He spins through, stays on his feet. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Right there, 54.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Ellington. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And down inside the 15 he goes. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey!
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on second down. Newton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ready, ready! Mike 5-4. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Gun.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
54's Mike. Check.
From the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunning.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within 4. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now. than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play fake. Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Barber. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Jameis to throw it. He's going to let it go deep for the... And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Operating from the gun, Newton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Tank ready. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Winston now. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Ready, flat, 22. Mike is 15. Right. Here we go. Check.
1st down, Winston. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Switch. Gun.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this 2nd half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the 2nd half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
It's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ready? Blue 59. Get your swarm on.
No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Winston. Complete, he finds Braid. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1 yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your tenthborn.
It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check, 59. Check tight, check tight, check tight.
On first down, it's Barber. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Peyton Barber, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. Barber. And he's taken down inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
First down, they go with Barber again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mike the 59. I got him.
On second down, it's Barber. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, here comes Barber. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Gay's kick is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, baby.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Ready? Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. Gun. Our time. It's our time. Slow. Mike's by 4. 8. 20. Squeeze. Don't.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
8. Mike's 54.
From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Ready? Check. Watch 54. Great.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Vita Vea bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton, that's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big offensive explosion.